Frits. I work for Joranalogue. I'm very happy that I can work for such a lovely company. These are our systems. We have a lot here at the moment. It's very nice to play with everything. And yeah, I really like our brand because it can look a bit scary in the beginning because it's a bit geeky maybe. It's not that attractive always. I mean, it's not bad, but some brands are more attractive, and like when you start out with modular, you quickly want to buy these brands and not like the more boring brands sometimes. But when I started for Joranalogue, I didn't have any of his modules, but my plan was to buy everything. And I really learned so much about modular from using the Joranalogue brand, because it's all like, it really explains how the electronic works. It's everything you see, it's like very obvious, and it really visualizes how the products work. And when you start to learn about it and read the manuals and everything, then suddenly you notice that you see all these things that happen here, like compare. It's a lot of stuff that also happens behind the modules, and these are all like very nice building blocks to build whatever you want. You can really make like anything you want. It doesn't look like, oh, you can make a nice kick drum or whatever with this system, but you can really make everything, and like super nice, super precise. You have a lot of ways to tweak everything. Everything works at audio rate, so it's like crazy. Yeah, it's just amazing. I learned so much from modular, from working with Joranalogue, but especially with learning how to use the modules and what they really do, and learning about the voltages and whatever. And for me it's really fun, and I really use it a lot now. Like in every patch I use Joranalogue, also because I'm so familiar with it, of course. But yeah, it's amazing. And maybe I can show something now. I told about the kick now, and I really like the kick drums I can make with this system, so I think I will do this now, so you can have a feeling about how, yeah, good it can sound. So now I'm gonna clock or step like this. It can all look a bit unusual what I'm doing now, because we have an 8-step sequencer, and normally you're used to having a big sequencer that's digital with many options, many tracks and everything, and you're used of having like a clock module or a MIDI module that provides a clock. But in these systems, when we patch here, we just use analog oscillators as clocks, or envelope or function generators, and it's like different ways of also achieving to get a clock or whatever, and you don't always need these specific modules for it. Sometimes you can do anything you want with the stuff you have in your rack. Now I will make a kick pattern by adding 2 steps, 2 individual gate outs from the step 8. So now I'm gonna get a straight 4 on the floor kick. I'm gonna trigger 2 contours for it. And for making your own kick drums, I really mean Contour is the best envelope generator in my opinion to make kick drums. They're so snappy, you have every kind of curve you can imagine, and you can really make something beautiful out of it. And I will make a very simple one now, because you can really use this whole rack to make an amazing kick drum, but sometimes you don't need to overcomplicate it. So I will take our triangle wave from Generate 3, and I put it in our mixer. I tune it low. And now I take the output of the contour and send it to the exponential FM input. This is also something like all these, we have, in my opinion, we can have a strange way of mentioning stuff on the modules. At least for me in the beginning, when I saw Generate, it was like, I know an oscillator, but I can't grasp this. But I put the effort in it to learn it, and I watched a lot of videos. And once you get it, everything how we describe everything on the modules, it's really how the electronics works. And when you realize it, it's all really straightforward, and it gets you thinking about how everything works. And this is for me really the magic of the brand. Because my boss Joran, he's really in love with the electronic parts of this whole thing, and it represents it here, and for me I really like this. But yeah, anyway, now I'm gonna send the exponential FM to the contour. Already a very nice kick. I'm gonna use the other contour as a VCA for the envelope. Yeah, super simple, and in my opinion this sounds super fat. Maybe I can try something else to make it a bit more futuristic, because everyone likes gabber kicks nowadays. So I'm gonna put it into a filter, 8, take the low pass out. And now I'm gonna do the trick where I patch it again into the input. Again, this is something about filter 8. Once you read the manual, Joran describes like all these ways of patching the outputs back into the inputs, and these are like amazing ways to create different waveforms, different filter responses, like all this stuff. And in my opinion, with other filter modules, they don't make you think about this stuff. And for me, it's really read the manual of filter 8, and it's amazing what's in there about how electronics work. And it's not like Joran did an effort to make these functions there, they just exist because electronics work like this. It's very nice. But yeah, now I'm gonna go a bit more. I'm gonna use a VCA before. Oh, wait. Made a really nice kick patch here. You have many kick drums around and everything, but by building it yourself, it really gets so much more. You have so much stuff to tweak and really make the sound how you want it to be. And yeah, I really like this. Also to have the insights about modular, and for me it's really interesting how sound design works and how everything is built, and I like investigating it and trying it myself. Like maybe build an 808 kick yourself, because everyone wants an 808, but you can build this stuff yourself and it's so rewarding to do it. And yeah, some of the things, it's all analog, so everything works at audio rate, so now I'm gonna go crazy. Something completely new from the kick drum, and it's all possible, it's modular, and yeah, it's super fun. And I can fully recommend to get our brand, not because I work there, but it's so nice to have all this real information about modular and how it works. And our modules are really built to last. I think we promise like 20 years life warranty at least, and this is something for me. I prefer to spend a little bit more on a module and know that I can keep it for many years than buying something cheap that I maybe need to replace in 2-3 years, which I don't like at all. But yeah, this is our stuff, and I really love working for Joranalogue.